So hello, this is CM test level 1 technical requirement. It has 3 parts: 5-finger scales, cadences, and chord progressions. So the 5-finger scale will contain these 6 keys. They're all fifth up, fifth up, fifth up, fifth up, fifth up. So it's easier to remember these 6 keys, which is B, F sharp, and D flat, A flat, E flat, and B flat. And let's talk about how to build a 5-finger scale. Like C 5-finger scale has a structure, which is the first note to the second note is a whole step, and second note to third note is a whole step, and third note to fourth note is half step, fourth note to fifth note is a whole step. So we have whole, whole, half, whole. So every time when you build a 5-finger scale, you have to follow this same pattern. You will get the 5-finger scale in different keys. For example, from B, we'll have the B, have a whole step, we got this one, another whole step, another half step, and the whole step. So same thing with the F sharp major. We start from F sharp, have a whole step, have another whole step, half step, whole step, and keep going. This is the last note of the previous 5-finger position, and here we take it at the beginning note, which is D flat. Start from D flat, have a whole step, another whole step, half step, whole step, and keep going from A flat, whole step, we got this, another half step, got this, another whole step, got this. Keep going from E flat, have a whole let me show it here, I move it down, fold it back, right? So from E flat, have a whole step to F, to have a whole step to G, have a half step to A flat, have a whole step to B flat, and then keep going. That's the last one. From B flat to a whole step to C, a whole step, a half step, and a whole step. So whole, whole, half, whole is the key. It's a structure, and you based on that structure, figure out every single note one by one. You can also examine by your ear if see if they sounds like do la 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 la, or then of course this one is F major, doesn't include the here. So after this, as we learned the C major and the C minor, so the difference between them is the third note. So if this C major, this is C minor. So if we put the third note a half step down, we got a minor. So same with the 5-finger scale. We put the third one to E flat. So the major feel happy, bright, and the minor feel dark and sad. So let's see, if we got the major scale, we can do since the syllabus said we can play them in any order, so we can play the major key and minor key together. So, and also it requires us to play the triads broken up and down and blocked. So here is a pattern I designed, which will satisfy all the requirements here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5 together. And play the minor key, move the third one half step down. Move to F sharp major. all. The second part is the scales. So scales will start from C major scale, which is from C to C out white keys, and it totally have 8 notes. So we split it into 3 plus 5. So look at our hand. Our hand 2, 3, 4, 5. These fingers can have a motion up and down, but the thumb have a motion out and in, out and in. The thumb can also go up and down. So since the thumb has additional function which is out and in, so give us a possibility for the thumb to go inside, or for the thumb to go from outside to go inside to take other fingers this way. So if the thumb go inside, our hand shift to the right side. If the thumb take other fingers to go inside, we kind of shift our hand to the left side. So for example, here we will divide it to 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we play it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we try to use that motion, thumb go in. We play it slower, thumb go in to the next one. And then kind of your fingers support your arm, your wrist a little higher, and thumb go into the fourth note. And then naturally, by doing this, give your hand a new position, which is thumb on F, 5-finger position. And come back. As I said, if your thumb take other fingers and thumb go in other words, you put your fingers to the left side. Got a new hand position. Same thing with your left hand. And then third finger, thumb take other fingers, thumb go inside and take other fingers to this direction. So, or your third finger find the next key. You got this position and come back. Thumb go underneath third finger and find the next key. Naturally give your new hand position is here. So, okay, let's see the whole scale. How do I know other keys? Transpose it to G major or D major or F major. So if you transpose it to G major, same thing with the 5-finger scale. They have to follow the same pattern. Let's see what's the pattern here. C major, this is a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So you have whole, half, whole, half. So based on that, for example, in G major, whole, half, whole, this one is supposed to be a whole, but here is a half step. So we make this F to F sharp to get a whole step, and then half step from F sharp to G. So you got, that's the same fingering with C major, and the same thing with the left hand. Another case in F major, start from F, have a whole step. So here from A to B is a whole step. However, it's supposed to be a half step. So this time we play the B to B flat instead. So make the B flat. And then from this to the next C is a whole step, no problem, and no whole step, half step. So in this case, we make the B a B flat to satisfy that structure. Same thing with D major. After you are familiar with what note it is, that's a wonderful thing. In D major, you have F sharp and C sharp. Let's talk about the natural minor key. So the natural minor key actually have shared the same key signature with its relative major key. For example, A minus relative major key is a C major. So C major doesn't have any key signature. So it's all white key. So A minor natural form is the all white key as well. And you can use the same fingering with the C major fingering. And D minor is the relative major key, is F major. So in D minor, F major has a B flat, has a key signature. So in D minor, the B need to be B flat as well. So next one should be B, but we play B flat. C, D. Okay, so let's talk about the fingering. So for C major, G major, D major, D minor, A minor, they all can use the fingering 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, in F major, the first note for right hand is, for the left hand is fine, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, in right hand, the first note is a flat, is a black key. Since our thumb is shorter and the black key is shorter, it makes it really awkward for our hand to go inside a lot. So we use a different fingering, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. After this 4, we shift to thumb again to play that C. So in this way, we split it into 4 plus 4. And you can do the same thing when the left hand doing 5 notes, your right hand doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Play them together. And when the right hand doing 1, 2, 3, 4, your left hand doing 1, 3, 2, 1. Play them together. Play the whole thing. This is F major. So this is all the scales. Let's look at the cadences and chord progressions. So it has 3 different types of cadence. Half cadence is from 1 to 5, 7 or 4 to 5. 1 to 5 or 4 to 5. Authentic cadence is from 5 to 1, opposite, with the first type of half cadence. And plagal cadence is from 4 to 1. So if you compare authentic cadence and plagal cadence, is 5 to 1 for authentic cadence, plagal cadence is 4 to 1. So we can play them in all root position. That's the easiest way, which you will get half cadence 1, for example C major, 1 to 5, or 4 to 5. Authentic cadence 5 to 1, and plagal cadence 4 to 1. Two type of half cadence, authentic cadence 5 to 1, plagal cadence 4 to 1. So the direction is go to 5, right? And authentic cadence and plagal cadence is the direction to 1. And you can transpose it to different keys, for example, G major. Or F major. Or D major. That's all. By the way, the requirement is root position is fine. If you want to play it a little better, you can use the common tone. The common tone is when you go 1 to 5, they have the common tone, which is G, same note, right? In order to have the chord sound smoother and our hand don't have to travel too much, we keep the same note. And if when we want to play the G major, supposed to be here, we put the B and D an octave lower to here. So from tonic to dominant, we got this. Sounds better, less traveling, but a little bit hard for you if you first time to understand this. For your first time learn this, I think from 1 to 5, our root position would be fine. So here is a design of mine to play all these 3 different type of cadence in the common tone way. Okay, that's all for the technical requirement for CM Test Level 1. Hope you enjoy your practicing. Thanks for watching.